Boom, 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 I'm sorry, I was pop locking and doing my stuff. Like, I make a good robot, and you make it to another episode from the Critics Collective. We're going back to 1984. We're going to hit you with a double feature. Like, I vaguely remember going to the movie theater and watching movies, and they're like, and now a double feature, and you would get another movie. So you're going to get two for the price of one, and it's $3.99. So there's really no price. But I'm Ron, and we're talking Breaking. So we're doing Breaking, and then we're going to do Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo. Makes me want to say walk down to Electric Avenue, but it's Boogaloo. But anyways, I believe both of these movies came out in 1984. The reason why I'm doing both together is when I watched them, they were very similar. I didn't want to do any disservice by splitting them up. And so I'll go into my highs and my lows, and I'll rate this movie. Now, the first movie takes place when basically someone's doing jazz and they want to translate their jazz skills to the street, which a true story, Kelly, who is in both, Kelly was jazz. I mean, literally, she was in jazz, and she learned to do street dancing, and so that's what you get there. Now, you do also have the mix of certain stars in other movies like Three Ninjas or Ninja 3, the third ninja, whatever you want to call it. You also have what's his name? It was Scott McGavin. Whatever, you have him really early in this, and then you have some dancers like Turbo, Shabadoo, if I'm saying his name correctly, and some other ones that are really actually impactful in dancing and breakdancing. So I'll go into that now. Like I said, the first one is the whole jazz, learning it and doing the street thing. The second movie, Electric Boogaloo, the storyline for that one is a developer is trying to take a building, and they're using the power of dance to persuade and change and raise money and do some for the community. The first one kind of felt like Michael Jackson's Bad, that opening scene where they're like dancing. Well, really the whole damn video. What am I talking about? The whole video. The second one feels like not Barbie, but that bright pink, not necessarily Saved by the Bell, where it's not as much, but it was like rollerblade LA type stuff. So the lows for this movie: hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment more in the description. Let me know how you feel about this. Now, I shouldn't have been watching this age-wise. I'm an 80s baby. This would have made me too young to understand anything. I would only see colors of rollerblades going by and people dancing, and a broom that looks like it's magically floating, which is a incredible scene. I think Turbo did that one. My dad used to watch this all the time, and so it's nostalgic for me. So anyways, what I mean by it's bad, it's just a bad movie. Like, both of them are just a bad movie. And what I mean is just like the acting is the storyline is not really doing much. My dad would watch it, and I'm like, so Dad, like, we could just like movies like Grease. My dad loved watching Grease. What else is another one? I can't think of one right now. Well, you had Footloose is another one. So in this movie, I would say, hey, can you like dance a problem away? Like let's say something's happening at school, and I'm like, let's dance it. And he would just laugh. He's like, no, they'll knock you the fuck out. Like, this just a movie. Don't do that in real life. And it was just funny. But he was always appreciative of the art and the dance. And so that's just what it was. Now, the good stuff about it, again, it's bad, but bad in a good way. Like, there's some movies that are just, they're campy, they're cheesy, they're just for whatever it is, and they find a way to work, whether it's the first time you watch it or you watched it before. The good stuff about it is the dance and the culture, and you're seeing some of these actors who are brand new who go on to do other stuff, bigger projects and stuff like that. Ice-T is in here. He has a crew, and I think he's a DJ. He's a DJ, and the cool thing about it is the rhymes that he does in it were live, like they weren't, scripted. So he was freestyling for that. That's pretty cool. There's a scene where they're outside, and you have Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't know why I said it like that, but he's in the background, and I felt like he wears the same attire, but he's in the back looking like Guile on the beach. And I don't know if this is before or after the famous meme where he's dancing with the two ladies, and you know what I'm talking about. Where you couldn't tell him nothing. Van Damme was out there doing that shit. So, anyways, there are Kelly was one of them. I can't remember the other one. I can't remember her name, but I had like crushes on these women because they were dancing, they were sticking up for themselves, but they were fighting. There's also a scene where they're dancing underneath a bridge, and one crew kind of looks like Grease a little bit, and it was a cool scene. But it also, as I watched again, it makes me think about that meme where the goth kids are underneath the bridge and they're dancing and they're just like, I can't do the dance step, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about. You've seen it. And they just having a good time. And that's what this is, having a good time. I believe Turbo, who did the broom scene, there was also a scene where he's walking on the ceiling, made me think of Lionel Richie, Lionel Richie's Dancing on the Ceiling, that song, whatever. He actually does the robot for Steve Urkel's robot in Family Matters. So when you watch Family Matters, which we still watch in our household, there's a scene where he creates a robot and the robot comes out. I want Laura. And you're like, oh shit, he moving. There's a legendary Turbo in there. Also, the dancers, actually, some of them spent hours teaching Michael Jackson how to do some of the dancing, like the glide where Michael would do that kind of standing in one spot and moving. They were showing, he was like, show me this, show me that. And so you can go and deep dive on that. But it just shows how this culture manifested and became something bigger. Just dance in general, so many different kinds of dance, whether you watch Dancing with the Stars or if you watch the Red Bull Dance Challenge. We're not sponsored, but just dance is crazy. It's still going on, and it becomes a meme, give or take, at the Olympics. But let's rate this thing. So we're rating it here. I'm trying to give it the benefit of doubt. Okay, it's 1984. Both movies I feel like came out the same damn year. Both movies are about an hour and 30 minutes. Would I recommend you watching them? Not unless you've seen them already. I just feel like unless you're just one of those that likes nostalgic stuff. It goes from a 0 to a 5, 5 being excellent and 0 being horrible. We're talking Breaking, and we're talking Breaking to Electric Boogaloo. Some legendary dancers and street dancing, some cameos from stars before they became stars, and some pretty good music. I would say, damn it. Damn it, I have to be real. I have to be real reviews, damn it. I'm gonna give it a 2. Even if I had to break up each movie, it's a 2. It's bad, but it's bad in a good way. Who's got the power? Not the same movie, but it reminds me, I might want to go check out He-Man the Universe. I remember that movie and I thought it was cool as a kid. It might not be cool now. I'm gonna get you, He-Man. Anyways, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment for more. So that's Breaking 1 and Breaking 2. Check that out. Are there any other dance movies I should be checking out, blowing the dust off of, seeing exactly can I pop and lock it? But with that being said, you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here with me, Ron, and I appreciate that. Until next time.